U.S. farmers are struggling to stay afloat as the cost of supplies to keep them running keeps going up. According to new Agriculture Department data analyzed by Politico, the U.S. has lost nearly 150,000 farms in the last 5 years, and the total farmland area fell by more than 21 million acres. The data shows farm numbers dropped 3 times as fast as farmland area did, suggesting that smaller farms are being consolidated or absorbed into bigger ones. This trend was noticeable in 42 states. Last week, CBS News correspondent Lana Zach spoke to an Iowa farmer struggling with higher diesel and fertilizer prices due to the war with Iran.
I'd like to see my kids be able to take this on, but we've got a generational problem, and if our kids see us struggling out here, why would they want to take it on? Why would anybody want to do it? If it costs you more to plant a crop than what you can get out of it.
Rachel Shin joins us now. She's a food and agriculture policy reporter for Politico and one of the authors of that analysis. Thank you so much for being here. What factors are contributing to these increased bankruptcies?
So farmers have been suffering from increased input costs for years now, and that's been coupled with lower commodity prices for several of the major crops, including corn and soybeans. And for 2025 specifically, President Trump's tariff regime did kind of throw a wrench into the ag economy, disrupting market access for international markets that U.S. farmers typically export to, namely China.
Some agriculture officials have raised concerns about small and family farms being pushed out of the market. What are the downsides for the country of having fewer smaller farms?
If more small and family farms go out of the market, there's more concentration in the agricultural marketplace, which leads to lower competition. And that's terrible for rural economies. It also leads to loss of cultural knowledge and makes it harder for family farmers to join the market in the future.
Do increased input costs for small farms that are holding out get pushed onto their consumers? Essentially, they're having to pay more. They have to make that up somewhere?
So farmers are typically price takers, not price makers. So there will be some buffer between when consumers might feel those increased input costs in their price tag. But, if these conditions are prolonged for long enough, that will certainly adjust the entire food supply chain and eventually hit consumers. Although the impact to the consumer price index will likely be delayed and diluted.
Overall, what is your biggest takeaway from your research into this story?
That farmers need help, and more than anything, they need more trade deals after the blow that the administration's tariff policy has dealt to the ag economy in the U.S. over 2025.
Rachel Shin, thank you.